Breaking news. This just in. Authorities are reporting that aliens may be living among us. Yes, you heard that correctly. Please disregard whatever serious story. You were focused on moments ago. We repeat, please redirect your attention immediately. More distractions will follow as they develop. It's a tactic, it's a rhythm, it's a psychological beat. Breaking news, breaking news. Look over here, something brand new just appeared. Truth was trending, then it died, cause a louder headline hit the side. I'm not fooled by the smoke they choose. We now interrupt this truth for breaking news. Look over here, something brand new just appeared. Truth was trending, then it died, cause a louder headline hit the side. I'm not fooled by the smoke they choose. We now interrupt this truth for breaking news. Breaking news. A major situation involving powerful individuals and deeply disturbing wrongdoing has now been overshadowed by a sudden announcement about extraterrestrial life. Officials advise the public to remain distracted at all times. Thank you for your cooperation. It's a tactic, it's a rhythm, it's a psychological beat. Breaking news, breaking news. Look over here, something brand new just appeared. Truth was trending, then it died, cause a louder headline hit the side. I'm not fooled by the smoke they choose. We now interrupt this too for breaking news. Look over here, something brand new just appeared. Truth was trending, then it died, cause a louder headline hit the side. I'm not fooled by the smoke they choose. We now interrupt this truth for breaking news. Breaking news. The cat is officially out of the bag. The public has noticed that every time something serious drops, a brand new spectacle appears out of nowhere. Experts are calling this the fastest attention pivot in modern history. Stay tuned for whatever they want you to look at next. It's a tactic, it's a rhythm, it's a psychological beat. Breaking news, breaking news. Look over here, something brand new just appeared. Truth was trending, then it died, cause a louder headline hit the side. I'm not fooled by the smoke they choose. We now interrupt this truth for breaking news. The news can synchronize every night, but the people who actually agree on the big moral issues get scattered by algorithms, noise, and distraction.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We're glad to have you. Another amazing song there by Miss GLENDIA Turner on YouTube. Go check it out. Right.
Yes.
So the aliens are coming. The aliens are on their way to probe us.
Distraction.
The aliens are on their way to probe us. Chastity belts are now 50% off on Amazon. Get yours while they're hot, while supplies last. So I want to welcome everybody to the show tonight. How's everybody doing? Miss Nadine, Mr. Cheating.
Hello.
Hello. How was your day at school today, Nadine? It was good.
Yeah, it was fine. I went to Walmart and I found a lady that knows what's going on. It's nice to find.
What was you looking in the mirror?
No, just you just.
You're not supposed to tell everybody you're talking to yourself in the mirror.
Yeah, really. No, you just find somebody and you say something, like something wacky, they could do, and then all of a sudden, like they get it. There's a click. I'm like, oh, and then I I give out my phone number to people, like here, if something happens here, you can call me in case you get nervous. And she's like, no, don't worry about it. she's the first one to be like, no, it's good. Um, but it's just really nice to find people, and she was happy to find me because she's wondering if she was going crazy.
I thought I was going crazy. I thought I. All right, but that's good.
Yeah, she was. I even said, that like none of them are the originals. Like they're all. Yeah, and she's like, oh yeah, yeah, I know that. So that was really good.
Damn, you must
Órale,
have thought you were dreaming, huh?
sorry. Órale, pues to the familia. ¿Qué pasa? Oh,
¿Qué
wait a minute.
pasa?
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I was on another podcast and came over here for halftime. So I just want to say hi real quick before everybody forgets about me that I'm here. I could do this real quick. I wanted to play this one thing for everybody, for the sheepdogs and Nadine get started. The Thompson twins. Lies, 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 lies. And that's my opening.
There we go.
Thank you, thank you.
There we go. All right. We want to send our control. Oh yeah, I'm echoing. Okay.
I didn't hear echo.
Check, check. There we go. Sounded like an echo. So we want to send our condolences to Jason GLENDIA. His mother has transitioned.
Yes. Her name was Lana Lord. Right. So with our living hearts, we want to share Glendia's mother-in-law, Lana Lord, passed away today at 3:36. She gently transitioned from this earthly realm into a place of peace, light, and rest. We ask our tribe here today to please hold Glendia and her family in prayer, love, and compassionate through these throughout during this sacred time. May they feel surrounded by comfort and support by the collective care of this community. May Lana's soul rest peacefully, wrapped in divine love, and may her journey onward be filled with light. Our deepest condolences and love are with you and your family.
Yeah, sending love to you, Lindia and Jason, for sure. And Sheepdog too. I know you're still feeling it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a rough year for us, right? I've just never seen that many people with, in the same group, all having the same situation take place. But I'm glad we're all together to be able to support each other throughout the process because it sure does make it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Right. But it takes time to heal, and over time, we're supposed to mourn for at least a year. We don't mourn properly, and then it builds up over time.
Yeah.
All right, so just take your time and go through the process, right?
Yeah, after losing Mike, and then four friends, a customer and a neighbor, and my mom, and then sheepdogs and Glendia, and a few other people that through associates that their family and stuff. It's almost I'm not saying this to be mean, but I almost can predict who's next. There's someone doing the chemotherapy and radiation like no tomorrow, thinking it's going to help them, and I'm just like, oh, I hate to say it, I'm not going to say it, but I know who's next.
Right.
Bad.
And as soon as I hear the hospice thing,
Yeah.
it's not too long.
Yeah.
Boy, Miss Sheepdog, you sure are having fun. No, is that one of your cartoons?
What's that?
We didn't make that one.
I was gonna say that looks like your cartoon.
Yeah, I ran
The
Trump's photo
the
through the
president of the
thing,
corporation.
and this is what it spit out.
I was like, yeah. I was
It's
like,
almost
man,
like
you were getting good. That one's shitty.
That's the corporation president.
Yeah,
Right
he's
there.
on his way to meet with um, the puppet of the corporation here, right? To talk about strategy in Iran, because that's what's more important, blowing motherfuckers off the map. That's what they do. So,
Kind of looks like Donald Trump's like
oh, that's
ancestor
not Trump.
uncle.
Oh wait, I got the wrong. I thought that was Trump. Oh my bad. Hold on, guys.
That, oh wait.
Okay,
That's I know this is probably gonna be stupid, but that's like Donald Trump being his own father or something. I
it's like
don't
if Netanyahu
know.
and Trump's mom, dad got together.
Could I say this? I'm so sorry, guys. I'm on one because I kind of rushed to get here today. I got my adrenaline going, but I'm gonna say it. Okay, it looks like when Trump went back in time, since he's a time traveler, he went back in time and fucked himself, and then this is what came out.
So, all right. Yeah, that's
Sorry, I had to.
it looks like Epstein, Trump, and Netanyahu went out on a like mixed together in one photo. Kind of like what it looks like. But
Trump's threesome on Epstein Island. That's let's
the
see
love
what you get.
child, huh? This is the love child of it. The island boys got together. This is what they would create.
3%.
All right.
Are you
So this morning we were talking about Canary mission. Is that what it is? Yeah, the Canary, where they collect a database on everybody. And we're talking about APAC and how APAC donates to these politicians, and then they end up voting for unconstitutional shit, including databases like the um, Canary mission, where they collect names of protesters and things like that. They get people fired, all kinds of stuff. They target people.
Yes.
But here, the acting ICE director, Todd Lyons, says, I can assure you there is no database that's tracking United States citizens. Yeah, that's all full of shit, but that's not where I was headed. It just pulled up.
Oh, no, take pace, right?
All right. So who's getting out of the car? Who do you think's supposed to get out of the car? Take a guess. Nadine, who do you think?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, you're in trouble. All right, cheating. We're gonna report you. Cheating. Who's supposed to pop out of the car?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. I'm
Shabbat.
wearing a mask, so you won't be able to identify.
It's
Oh,
like
by the way,
VIP treatment.
those are bulletproof tires. By the way,
All right, who's door number one? We have.
No, we're stupid.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, that's Netanyahu on his way to his office in D.C. He's on his way to talk to Congress, get everybody in line. Got shit to take care of. Regime change. Didn't he know the aliens are on the way? Like, he better hurry up. He looks like an alien. He looked like E.T. with a mask on. Look at him.
Yeah, what are those ear? Is that Yoda?
Right, Yoda.
Yoda with the ears?
Right?
He looks like Lex Wesner. Doesn't that look like Lex Wesner? Somewhat?
Sorta. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, could be
That's
anybody
like
under.
he looks like Lex Wesner's cousin, Saint Yahoo.
yeah. The only reason why those other guys are wearing masks is they're ashamed to be around them.
Because he probably stinks. Probably smells like sulfur. But yeah, they think they must still be doing the mask mandate, you think? He's immune to it, whatever. They're not. They're not immune to it. It's a nice plane though. Nice jet.
Looks like the Air Force One.
Oh, it does look like.
Yeah, does he have an airplane and then he gets out of a car?
Yeah, right.
Well, he's fixing to climb up those steps.
Was he
Oh,
in
he's
Israel
going
still?
there.
Yeah, the
Oh,
next scene is him climbing fixing to load up.
He's fixing to trip up the steps.
He's on a business trip. I don't know what he. So he's doing the. So he kind of looked like Lex Wexner.
He's got the red tie club. I
Red
mean,
tie.
the red shoe club. I mean, the red tie club.
Right.
All right, so we have Netanyahu's coming to discuss potential Iran strikes with Trump as Washington and Tehran resume talks. Don't they know we're like in the middle of something here? Ain't that kind of rude? Like we're trying to clean house over here, and he comes barging in. Hey, I need you guys over here at this other spot. Look, 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 look. I know, I know. Elites are eating kids, they're trafficking kids, and all that. Hey, screw all that. We got regime change in Iran. Don't you know they're building nukes over there? Quick. So Netanyahu to discuss it. Crazy,
You know,
right?
if they just went,
Just
all went
barges in.
away, if they all just went away, then this wouldn't be a discussion, right? There would be no discussion about potential whatever it says after that, right? I didn't want to say it, but
Right.
there wouldn't be any like peace in the Middle East. Just if they all just walked away, then it'd be perfect, done.
Well, APAC doesn't pay the congressmen and women to do ceasefires or peace talks. That's not what they're in there for, to keep the war machine going, the military industrial complex, all the weapons and the investors and the people that profit off of these wars, right? Regime change and the instability. Let's just make all the countries unstable, and then we'll put Netanyahu in charge. How about that? All right. So he's coming to. He intends to discuss possible military options against Iran with the U.S. President Donald Trump during his visit to Washington this week, with as Israel prepares to contingencies should U.S. Iran talks collapse, according to two Israeli sources. All right, so there's that. Not spending much time on that. Got Shabbat Shalom. Daddy's coming home. Israel first.
I just can't believe in 2026 where we're at that these people even have a purpose anymore. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
I
They don't have.
know.
They shouldn't be around. It's
No.
that's old news. That's complete. It's the old paradigm, right?
Yeah, the old paradigm, but
They don't have a purpose anymore.
we gotta we all gotta be on the same page, which we're not there yet, obviously.
Yeah, some people still have to. There, some people are still in the show me phase where they need to be shown, right?
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but here we are, So we just keep plugging away, right? Well, next up on the list is Lex Wesner. Oh, let's not forget about the Venezuelan oil. Y'all remember that? 30 days ago, we went and took the oil. Well, that's oil is now flowing to Israel. Just 1 month after Maduro's capture. Y'all remember Maduro's capture, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this is, let me show this real quick. Venezuela is sending its first oil shipment to Israel in years, just 1 month after the capture of former President Nicolas Maduro by U.S. forces. Bloomberg reported Tuesday. The crude cargo is bound for. They're getting some really shitty oil, from what I understand, right? So it's really nothing to brag about, right? Remember Trump said it was like tar.
Hmm.
So the crude cargo is bound for a Basin Group Ltd, Israel's largest oil refiner. People familiar with the matter told Bloomberg it would mark the first Venezuelan oil shipment to Israel since mid 2020, when the country delivered roughly 4,700 barrels, according to the outlet. Right, and I don't know if Y'all remember the capture of Maduro, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is your favorite president, Mini Trump, your 47th and a half president. And right now we're at an undisclosed location with Mini Maduro over here, and we're confronting him about what happened in Venezuela.
Pero tú me dijiste que yo solamente iba a estar aquí para 2 semanas.
We don't understand what you're saying, but the place was in shambles in Venezuela. I had to do it for the people, and we had to liberate it because it was so much corruption, and there was drug boats coming over to the United States, and we had to do something about it.
Pero tú me cogiste los botes y no me llevaste para la Casa Blanca. ¿Qué es eso?
Listen, we don't know what you're talking about, but you're a criminal like nobody's ever seen before. And I really didn't want to take your wife in, but we had to because it's kind of like you guys are a big, beautiful package, and we had to take both of you. You called me a coward.
No me importa mi esposa. Coge mi esposa, pero llámame para atrás, para mi país.
I still don't know what he's saying, but I think he's saying that he knows he's a criminal, I think. Is that what you're saying?
Pero, señor presidente, ¿qué está pasando aquí? Tú me dijiste 2 semanas.
Anyway, we need the oil. We need the oil for the P. Diddy parties. We have a lot of things coming up for him, but you had to go. You said that I was a coward, and I said as soon as I had seen that, I was like, all right, we got to get him out.
Ay, yo no puedo con este tipo. Alguien ayúdame, por favor.
And don't worry, we're going to make Venezuela safe again.
All right. So there was just a flashback, right? In case you forgot what happened 30 days ago. Here we got the crude cargo. Like I said, 470,000 barrels are headed that way. Dang, wouldn't that be good if we had it going in, like, I thought they were going to. That's weird. It's like wait. So we used our resources to go get oil for another country?
Yeah. But this time they didn't take it out of our taxes, I think. They just stole the oil and they're giving it to them, like, yeah, until tax season comes up.
Yeah, they're just getting it from you in the tariff. So
We got to do something because I think they shut down. I know they shut down 1, maybe 2 refineries in California. So
I just think that's really generous of the Trump administration to do all that with our money. I'm glad we got the right guy in office. Totally America first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone needs to tell them about the free energy in the 15th to the 19th century. Somebody needs to probably make a phone call.
Do you want to wind up missing, cheating? You know what happens to people that come up with alternative energy sources?
Yeah,
Well, wind up missing's one thing. Some days I feel invisible, so I guess it wouldn't matter.
Right. He was talking about the hydrogen cars, and he said they would blow up. Like, that's water, ain't it?
Yeah, they won't blow up.
Right.
So the water will blow up, but not the fueled ones. Like, we've been driving around in cars with 10 gallons of fucking unleaded gasoline in our cars. For how long?
This is what
How many cars blew up? A lot.
the closest breakthroughs for the free energy. Okay, right now there's no free energy, right?
Yeah, there is. It's right here. 4,700 barrels are going to Israel. Free.
Right, but there are companies developing technologies that could make energy cheap, clean, and almost free.
Almost. Not Israel free, but almost free.
These breakthroughs come from fusion, advanced nuclear, and ultra low cost renewables, which would be Helion Energy, right? It's a contract with Microsoft. Wow.
Oh, Bill Gates?
They want to do that commercial by fusion by 2028. There's Commonwealth Fusion Systems, which is MIT spinoff backed by Bill Gates.
Oh, awesome. And Xbox too, right? Brought to you by Xbox.
The world's strongest fusion magnet. The reactor called Spark is designed to achieve not net energy gain.
Does it come with a free vaccine from Bill Gates?
Then there's TAE Technologies, right? Has over 20 years of fusion research, known for long-term stability and deep scientific backing. And there's going to be General Fusion, which is backed by Jeff Bezos.
Oh, another patriot.
Uh-huh. They're building.
Yeah, God dang it. I was sharp on it, but I forgot the something Mystery Doug said. I'll come. I'll be right back. Let me go get my little laugh button.
They're building a demonstration plant in the UK. Then there's one that's First Light Fusion, using projectile-driven fusion, shooting a high-speed projectile into fuel.
Oh, that's definitely.
If it works, it'd be one of the cheapest fusion methods. And then Tesla Energy, which is solar plus storage. Not fusion, but extremely important. Solar is now the cheapest new energy source in many regions. Wow. Tesla's Megapack batteries allow solar to power entire communities. We're going to use batteries and solar.
That's because they're invested in those things.
Over
And that's
time,
because the solar panels require oil to make.
right. Over time, solar and storage can drive electricity costs towards near zero over time. So nuclear scale and power and TerraPower, advanced nuclear
Oh,
by NuScale, would be the first U.S. approved small modular reactor SMR. TerraPower is, guess who?
oh,
Bill
Maxwell.
Gates.
Oh, I thought you said Terra Mar.
No, that's what it's called. TerraPower.
Oh,
Is
so Max. Okay,
It's molten salt reactor with built-in energy storage.
you hear that? They're using salt water to create the energy.
These designs could provide cheap, reliable, carbon-free. Doesn't that sound like the Green Deal? Carbon-free power.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
right now,
Don't give them what was in our submarines. They'll have everything for free.
right.
And
So right
If one Tesla caught on fire, the whole damn car lot's gone.
right.
That's why they're not allowed on certain ships, because they know that ship's going to go down if one little lithium battery took a crap. The whole ship's gone.
Yeah, they're wanting to use a bunch of batteries. So right now, there's no literal free energy, but several companies are pushing towards technologies that could make energy cheaper, cleaner, abundant, and reliable. The closest breakthroughs are coming from fusion, helion, CFS, TAE, and advanced nuclear plus solar storage. The companies are going to be NuScale, TerraPower, Tesla Energy, which is
Why do they call it Tesla Energy?
that's not what
That's
Tesla is.
like calling digital money Bitcoin
Well,
or a
the
coin.
Tesla Energy is batteries and solar.
You pull it out of the atmosphere. It's
That's what they're calling
electricity
Tesla
and
Energy.
magnetism.
So we're looking at
Magnets.
Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, MIT,
MICKEY.
and Microsoft heading these. That's nice.
That's
Totally,
like
dude.
calling the United
Hey,
States. That's like calling the United States United.
hey, patriots are in control.
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah. So the only free energy that's going out is these 47,000 million barrels of oil to Israel. So that's in the wake of Maduro's capture. President Donald Trump said the U.S. would effectively run Venezuela until a judicious political transition could take place. Can't even have that here. How are you going to expect that in Venezuela?
So you know what? If they offer the Tesla Energy, everyone's going to think about Tesla free energy. That's how they're going to
Yes,
treat
that's
it.
what I said.
And it's
How are
not.
you using his name for something that's not free energy and it isn't his
Well, they
invention?
used his name for the cars,
Exactly.
the electric cars.
The electric cars with no alternators
Right.
to charge the battery while you're driving.
And that's not even what Tesla invented, stuff that didn't need.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have to refuel. So you wouldn't have to go
That's right.
dig and drill for oil and this, that, and the
So
other.
it's like a trick, like they're deceiving you using that name.
That's like calling it the Patriot Act, right? You think it's patriotic, right? when it's quite the opposite.
Well,
That's
we know
like
they had
the genius
generator
act. Like
anyway.
it's fucking genius.
They had those
One alternator per wheel. 4 alternators would charge a battery.
they had
Genius.
the Cathars
Hmm.
on top of the buildings that grabbed the electricity, right, and brought it down
With the mercury.
with the mercury. So we know they had it, and we know we could do it again,
It's on the buildings. That's where
and
Tesla
it
got
was
it.
free,
Yeah.
totally free.
Tesla didn't invent that shit. He worked at a building that had it.
So when they come out with all this crap, you'll know what it is. Who's coming and who's behind it.
Sorry to tell you, but the original Tesla didn't even invent that stuff.
Yeah.
No, I know it was.
He was
No, I'm
working
not
at a
telling
building.
you guys. I was being sarcastic.
No, he didn't. He actually
Yeah.
he found. Well, they say he found it from
It was already in the TERP buildings.
what was already
right?
there. Yeah,
Think about
he
it.
just re-engineered it.
He was born in what year? 1800s.
Yeah.
That shit was out way. Those buildings were there way before we even came around. Hundreds of years. All right.
And
He just went in
Einstein.
there and reverse engineered it and was curious. It brought it forward, in my opinion. Right. And then he was taken out. And then all the files were taken by John Trump, allegedly, and the FBI.
Oh, I got some news that I'll send you this. I want to show the picture. Right here. Ghislaine Maxwell's attorney says she will be willing to clear Donald Trump's name in the Epstein investigation in exchange for clemency.
Of course. She'll say anything.
An offer that
She'll
surfaced
say
during
anything.
her House oversight deposition and immediately regenerated political backlash.
They'll be like, hey, Maxwell, you want your freedom? Yes.
So that isn't clear if she's going to make a deal.
She'll say anything.
That's
If she wants to get, even if she's in jail, first off, you have to believe she's in a you have to
Right.
believe she's in a jail cell. Okay.
Right.
First, you got to believe that part. And then you got to believe also that Epstein, same shit. All right. Come on, man. We can't even get justice. You think they
Well,
locked up the
said,
2 times?
somebody got into one of his accounts and they said that they saw he was a gamer. He was a gamer. And
Yeah, I
he
bet.
was active on it. So either someone's using his account or he's using it recently. I don't know. That's just allegedly what's out there.
What was his gamer name?
Something Little Saint James Jeff or something like that. Like, why would you use that? Would you use like more of a discreet name
I'm surprised
if
it
you're
wasn't.
out there using it and you're supposed to be
Right.
dead?
All right. So what we have here next is, you got some men. They showed up to the government offices and demand justice. This is in Ohio, where Epstein pervert freak Lex Wesner lives. I don't know if y'all have seen this, but they are showing up. Let me pull this up right here. Hold on one second. There you go. Check this out.
Leslie Wexner, who is part of a trifecta of sexual abuse scandals.
How you doing? Are we gonna get some justice for the survivors, Mr. T-Berry? Survivors outside, we're gonna get some justice for them. Johnson, you ever get tired of telling lies for these people? You ever get tired of telling lies for these people?
I don't tell any lies.
Where's Wexner? What's he doing today?
You have to ask his people.
Well, his people's right there. Board Chairman John Zeiger is his personal lawyer. Where's Wexner, Zeiger? We got to get you straightened up, brother.
I don't,
You don't think it's a conflict of
I
interest?
speak for the university, only the university.
How is this?
I'll talk to you.
Where we heard that conflict of interest term before, right? You don't think this is a conflict of interest?
I don't,
You don't think it's a conflict of
I
interest?
speak for the university, only the university.
How is this
I'll talk to you
bleeding?
later. This was fun.
Mr. Carpenter, we're gonna get some justice for the survivors today.
Mr. Marshall, Mr. Marshall,
I know you're.
this gentleman is here accosting people coming into the courtroom. This gentleman right here.
Should Wexler's name share the same line with a guy like Woody Hayes?
Well,
He also handpicked Mike Jeffries, the former Abercrombie CEO. He's been indicted for sexual trafficking, interstate prostitution. So that's the trifecta. Wexler.
that's not good.
Look, I don't have. If you,
I think Wexler's been tied to Epstein the whole time.
what do you expect? What do you expect?
I expect some people to talk about it, to get it in the media, to use your office. Leslie Wexler's been running around this city for 40 years, being a sex, in my opinion, being a sex criminal, and you guys act like you got no power. I put you on the spot, and I'm just a lowly county commissioner. You're one of the most powerful people in this county, brother. And you're going to stand here and act, I'm a small bean? Don't play that act with me.
So I think it's wrong. I think that this needs to come to light, and somebody's got to step up and say, all right, this happened, and agree to it. But you know what's happening at the national level, what's happening here, they're hiding all this stuff. I think it's wrong.
The Wexler facility, that name was put up there with Woody Hayes, the most prestigious name in university history. $5 million donation. 2.5 came from his wife. The other 2.5 came from Jeffrey Epstein, his foundation, which is Zelle Maxwell. 2.5.
If you want to forward that to me, I'll look at it.
And I'm giving you the heads up because there's a storm coming.
Well, then that's a problem for him if that's the case.
Yeah.
Do I like Les Wexler? I barely know the guy, but do I
Will you
like?
give his
Do
money
I
back?
like what he's done?
Will you give his money back?
Hey, cue the storm. Cue the storm.
These guys are cowards when they get called out. Watch.
So these are the city council in that place that took money from these people, right? Gave them whatever they wanted. They're building out data centers or whatever they're building out in Ohio right there. Lex Wexler. So let's go back and see. Did he say what I thought he said?
The other 2.5 came from Jeffrey Epstein, his foundation, which is Zelle Maxwell. 2.5.
If you want to forward that to me, I'll look at it.
And I'm giving you the heads up because there's a storm coming.
Cue the storm. Cue the storm.
Listen, it better be. It better be.
Well, I've been hearing that quite a lot here lately, and yeah, there's a storm coming.
Well, then that's a problem for him if that's the case.
Yeah. I'm giving you the heads up because there's a storm coming.
Well, then that's a problem for him if that's the case.
Yeah.
Do I like Les Wexler? I barely know the guy, but do I like?
Give his money back?
Like what he's done?
Will you give his money back? Your campaign money?
He gave me money years ago.
Will you give that money back to charity?
He gave me money years ago. Damn, they're just like. He said
They're just telling you.
Like he'd rather admit to the giving money than to anything else. Oh yeah, the money. Oh yeah, we took money all the time. Although the other pedophilia stuff, oh man, I don't know nothing about that. But this other shit, yeah, we took money for sure. Years ago.
Sure.
All right, there we go. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You remember me,
That's a sad state of affairs, brother.
There's a storm coming. You better run. Right? The storm is upon us, is what it's looking like. Fireworks. Right? Can't run from justice forever. The tree is thirsty. Burn it down. Because there's a storm. Somebody else caught it. Here, let me put this out there. Let me screenshot this for you guys. Here you go.
Here's the news stuff on the Epstein documents.
Go ahead.
Okay, the newly released Epstein documents. There are 6 men They're not accused together as committing the same crime, but they are being discussed because they appear in unredacted Epstein files. Their names were intentionally hidden from the public. Lawmakers say that their involvement goes beyond casual or incidental contact. The controversy is mainly about power, protection, and transparency, not new criminal indictments yet. Who they are and why they matter. Les Wexner. He was a billionaire founder of Victoria's Secrets, made Epstein his personal financial manager, signed over power of attorney, and allowed Epstein control over hundreds of millions of dollars and properties. Okay, Epstein did not rise alone. Wexner's money and trust enabled Epstein's power. This relationship was extraordinary and unmatched compared to anyone else's. Bottom line, Wexner isn't accused of abusing girls so far, but without him, Epstein likely doesn't become Epstein. So Sultan Ahmed bin Salman also was a global logistics and ports manager, major international power broker. He appears in the Epstein referenced him as a high-level international contact. Appears in travel, contact, and network records. Okay, so this shows Epstein's global reach, not proven criminal activity. I have to say that. The controversy is that his name was hidden while weaker figures were exposed. Nicola Caputo was an Italian politician, EU official. He's listed in political social crossover circles. Epstein framed him as part of his access to political power. Salvatore Nuara, it's Nuara. He's a business and finance figure. He appears in transaction notes, internal contact systems, but not one time mentioned. So he matters because there's no clear public explanation for why his name was hidden. This fuels the redaction controversy more than a criminal narrative. Zarub Michaeladze, I can't spell that. Pronounce that. It's M-A, like Mike, Ladze. He was an international real estate and financing figure. He appears to be connected to property, asset moving, and money structures. Multiple resources in Epstein records points how Epstein moved and parked money. Also, Leonov, it's Eleonic, and last name is Leonov. He was a lesser known business figure. He appears showing up in the network mapping documents, part of Epstein's broader elite ecosystem. He's an example of people close enough to matter, obscure enough to hide, which angers transparency advocates. So, exposure of how Epstein embedded himself among the powerful, proof that institutions protect reputations, evidence that money plus access equals silence, a fight over who gets named and who gets shielded. What this is not, it's not a release of list of convicted conspirators. Proof all these men committed sexual crimes are a complete accounting. Many files are still sealed. So the core takeaway, Epstein did not operate as a lone monster. He operated as a node in the network, funded, normalized, protected, and legitimized by wealth and status.
There is a storm coming! There is a storm coming! Like nothing you have ever seen! And not a one of you is prepared for it!
All right, so how many people do we know that ain't ready?
There's a lot.
All right.
It's already. It's still not ready, I don't think. They're just getting their feet wet on this information.
Yes. Yes. There's a storm coming, and you better run. See ya. Right. All right. So Lex Wesner, net worth, as name revealed as redacted in the Epstein files. This just came out. We have here. Is that his boyfriend? So why it matters? Here it is right now. Here's a little clip.
Records say they identified at least 6 men whose names were previously hidden from public view.
These men are Salvatore Navora, Zorab Mikaladze, Leopig Leonor, Nicola Caputa, Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem, CEO of Dubai Ports World, and billionaire businessman Leslie Wexner, who was labeled as a co-conspirator by the FBI.
Representatives Thomas Massey and Ro Khanna, co-sponsors of the Epstein Files Transparency Act, said that after about 2 hours reviewing the material, they found a document listing roughly 20 individuals with every name redacted except for Epstein and his convicted associate, Ghislaine Maxwell. Among the names now revealed is Les Wexner, the billionaire former CEO of Victoria's Secret. He has not been charged with any wrongdoing. The files also include a disturbing email exchange in which Epstein wrote that he, quote, loved the torture video sent by a previously redacted individual. Massey says that name, which is still obscured in some public versions, appears elsewhere in the records as Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem, a global ports executive. There is no indication he has been charged. Singer Chappell Roan announced she is leaving the Wasserman Talent Agency after emails between its CEO, Casey Wasserman, and Ghislaine Maxwell from 2003 were revealed in the files. Wasserman is a powerful music executive who represents artists like Ed Sheeran and Billie Eilish and chairs the 2028 LA Olympics committee. He has said he regrets the correspondence. Representative Jamie Raskin, who also reviewed unredacted copies of the Epstein files, said that the files add new context to old controversies, including an email suggesting Trump may not have banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago, which contradicts his longtime public claims. The Justice Department says it is complying with federal law while protecting victim privacy. But lawmakers say they plan to press Attorney General Pam Bondi for answers when she testifies before Congress later this week.
Yeah. Crazy week in Congress with all these. We had just had Lucknick on the chopping block today, right? We played that this morning. If you want to go check that out at Congress, yeah.
He got caught lying. Such a Jew.
Yeah. All right, there's old Lex.
She felt God's presence next to her when she...
I think we played that this morning. Let me go into something I haven't covered yet. As far as that, okay, right here, Pam Bondi. This is from Speak with Didi on X. Pam Bondi, she read the Epstein files and still says that absolutely no prosecutions can happen. Want to know why? Because she's in on it. Here's her with Keith Frankel.
Bondi, what are you doing with Keith Frankel? I have a couple questions for you, Pam. How much were the acting lessons? Do the Epstein victims that you cried with know that you're friends with Keith Frankel? Why was Keith Frankel and Jeffrey Epstein talking about body boxes on February 10th, 2010? You've read the files, so I'm sure you can tell us. If Jeffrey Epstein was such a monster, Pam, how come Keith went to his house so many times? One thing that was mentioned in the Epstein files is children being trafficked out of Ukraine. Keith Frankel and his family run a children's home that takes children out of Ukraine. You need to cut the shit, Pam. You need to cut the shit.
Cut the shit, Pam. Hey, I know your name's Pam, but this shit ain't sticking.
Oh, hi, Pam Bondi. What are you doing with...
Hey, Pam, surely not a conflict of interest. wow, it seems like all the people that they need in those positions to protect themselves is in those positions, those seats. These aren't the most qualified individuals in America to serve the country honorably. These are cover-upper. These are the quicker picker cover-uppers. It's like like paper towels soaking up water, man. This is what they are, soaking up all the. They're blocking it, and for a reason, man. That money, just look. They just smile, smile, smile like nothing, man. How can you be that evil and smile and fake smile that damn big, right? It's Florida's finest right here. Hey, Lindsey Graham gave like praises to her. He said that she was a home run, a touchdown, a hole in one, a 3-point shot from half court. All right. That's Lindsey Graham. All right.
No comment on the hole in one.
Right. That's a good one.
But I like how you said no comment, but then you commented on it still. That's cool.
Oh, sorry, I don't remember that part.
Right, so then we get down to the seriousness of what's taking place here, right? Right, smiles, but she's seen this, right? They got to go. These people got to go. They got to go.
Yeah,
They got to go.
that listed Melania Ivanka as well.
The way those people are, she's probably a hole in two.
So this is a 60-year-old, according to reports from Mr. X. He worked with Epstein. He was a pilot. Latam Airlines pilot named Sergio Antonio Lopez was arrested by the Brazilian police at Sao Paulo's. And they're not playing around over there in these other countries. I think at some point this is what we're going to see, right?
Seu Sérgio, você tá com mandado de prisão, tá? Você sabe o motivo já? Não? A gente tá com mandado, a gente te acompanha lá só para poder liberar aqui, tá bom? Por favor. Obrigada, gente.
Hey, think about that. They had to have a pilot to fly all these planes, don't they? And transportation, think about it, even the ships. You might even see like captains of ships and things like that people being arrested, human trafficking. But
There was a few more people named in the newly released documents. Okay, we know Les Wexner as a co-conspirator in the Epstein investigation, right? But no charges have been filed. Barry Josephson, Hollywood producer, is also released in communications show repeated contact with Epstein over the years. Of course, they don't show anything that accuses him of any crime. Okay. His wife publicly announced a divorce after the documents surfaced. Casey Weisserman appears in newly released emails involving Epstein. The document shows social, professional contact, and of course, no criminal allegations. Bill Gates. The new document includes additional communications. Between Gates and Epstein. These communications mostly relate in meeting, philanthropy, and introductions Epstein attempted to broker. And of course, no criminal allegations appear. Elon Musk. The documents include reference to Epstein attempting to contact with Musk and people around him. Musk denied any relationship, and the documents don't show any misconduct.
wow.
Only that Epstein tried to gain proximity.
So what is this dude getting arrested for? And why did Epstein go to jail for trafficking children to nobody? Why is Maxwell in trouble?
Donald Trump, Melania Trump, Ivanka Trump. Their names appear in the new trench because they were mentioned in witness interviews or referenced in logs. No new allegations are made in the documents and no criminal charges. Mira Neer, mother of New York City politician Zohar Mandani, newly noted in the latest release. The documents do not describe any wrongdoing, of course, only that her name appears in association with the Epstein network. Eminem, Marshall Mathers, appears in civil report, including the DOJ release. This is not an allegation, it is simply a name mentioned in a report submitted to the investigators. No evidence or claims of involvement appear in the documents. So what this could mean is the newly released files are investigative documents, not verdicts. The names appearing can mean they were mentioned by a witness, they were in a contact list, they appeared in a flight log, or they exchanged emails. Or could be someone reported them in a tip, credible or not. There we go.
So do you think that people are going to be asked to resign?
Well, that one guy's wife divorced him once that came up, so.
Oh wow, they're already filing for divorce. But I thought it was all a hoax. Why they like kill it? Why did Epstein kill himself over a hoax? Okay,
Yeah,
just checking.
Barry Josephine, the Hollywood producer, his wife publicly divorced him after his name was.
She must have had them papers already wrote up. She was like, dude, if your name is in these files,
I'm out of here.
this shit's over, homie. I'm taking all your money. And they're going to do that to protect their assets.
Yes, that's what they do.
Her, even if she doesn't want to, I need you to divorce me quick because they're fixing to take everything.
Yeah.
So here we go. Let's see what Mike APAC Johnson has to say about it.
Mr. Speaker, Howard Lutnick had said that he had cut off ties with Jeffrey Epstein in 2005. The documents that came out contradict that. Democrats and Thomas Massey say he should resign. Do you think that Howard Lutnick should resign?
Of course not. It's absurd. Howard Lutnick is a great Commerce Secretary. He's done an extraordinary job for the country.
And they're dying on that hill. They're dying on that hill. The normal people would not be saying, of course you shouldn't. Maybe say like, we're going to be discussing this with the rest of the people later. I'm not going to comment, but instead he says he shouldn't resign. We're not going to. You see what I'm saying? Like that position, it means he's all in. There is no jumping or saving himself or anything. He's going down with the ship.
Do you have any concerns about Lutnick's ties with?
I don't know anything about that. I know how.
You don't know anything about that. You're the Speaker of the House. How do you not know who's standing next to Trump? You don't know Trump's handler?
Howard as an individual, and I trust his word on it. I mean, I don't know
He trusts Howard's word on it.
the timing and all that. I'm not sure. You have to ask others.
Do you have any interest in?
All right. Anyways, so there we go.
Are they doing the divorce papers in Israel or the United States? Which one?
Right? I don't know, but maybe both.
And that remains true. And this call, if it did happen, corroborates exactly what President Trump has said from the beginning. And I'm sure many of you, when you read that alleged FBI report, probably thought to yourself, wow, this really cracks our narrative that we've been trying to push about this president for many years. So we're moving on from that.
Okay, no, moving on. Okay, hold on. Somebody's going to say something. Like they're going to bring accountability and justice for these people, right, at some point. Hold on. All right, here's Laura Loomer. Here's Laura Loomer. She's definitely going to say something, right? Oh, wait, let's see what Laura Loomer said. She says, after Thomas Massey's big get Trump, so they're making this is about getting Trump instead of justice for these children. Have you noticed that? That if you want justice for these people or for this satanic pedophilia shit to stop, that means you're just out to get Trump. That's all it is, right? It's not even about that, right? So this is the big get Trump, quote unquote, press conference with Democrat Congressman Ro Khanna. Outside of the DOJ today, Massey became very angry with Loomer Unleashed and the Charles Downs after we asked him if he was being hateful towards President Trump in an effort to become a CNN contributor. Massey is becoming more and more unhinged because he knows he's toast. Personal insults are unbecoming of a U.S. congressman. P.S. Stop lying about Howard Lutnick. Howard Lutnick is my friend. He's an amazing man, a great husband and father who takes his kids on yacht trips to visit Epstein. Like Larry Loomer. Look, I know you're in the Pentagon, and I know we're hired to push propaganda and defend um, your country, but it's not America. So
Lutnick to Jeffrey Epstein. Howard Lutnick to Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, Howie. December 19th, 2012.
And he said 2005.
Over 7 years since that alleged massage table walkout.
Wow.
Hi, Jeff. We are landing in St. Thomas early Saturday afternoon and planning to head over to St. Bart/Anguilla on Monday at some point. Where are you located? As in, what is the exact location for my captain? Does Sunday evening for dinner sound good? I have another couple, Michael and Mary Lerman, with me on my boat. This is the wild.
Whoa.
And each of us has 4 children. Doesn't list their names. I want to point that out. He says 2 16s, 2 14s, a 13, a 12, an 11, and a 7-year-old.
why did Epstein need to know how old your kids were if he already knew you? And if he was such a creep and you felt so uncomfortable around him the first meeting when you seen the massage table laid out with the candles around it and you said he was disgusting, why did you take your kids to his island and then name off their ages? Why were the ages of your children important
Yeah,
to
that's
Epstein?
kind of weird.
Most people, when they say, "Hey, Nadine, I'm going to come over and I'm bringing my dogs," one of my dogs is 5 years old, the other one's 7, and the other one's 10.
It's not normal.
Who does that? Come on, guys.
Nobody did. It's how many PP pads you put down. I don't know.
Right,
In
so
their case, it's how many freaking massage tables you put down.
even when you make dinner reservations, you just say 5 adults or 5 chairs, right? 1 child maybe for a high chair. That would probably be the only time. But you don't say,
tell them the age.
"Hey, I'm coming over and these are my kids' ages and this is their sex and she's got blood," like descriptions of children is like, come on now.
Their names. I want to point that out. He says 2 16s, 2 14s, a 13, a 12, an 11, and a 7-year-old. From Howard Lutnick to Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, Howie.
All right, let's check this out. Wait, where's it at? Oh, here it is. Right? Y'all see that? Or was it chatting away? Or let me pull this over here. I'll stretch it across the screen, huh? You want to read that, Michigan?
Yeah, it says the recently released Epstein files have revealed troubling connections between Jeffrey Epstein and various influential figures, including Bill Gates, with mentions of pandemic simulations and preparations for a global crisis. According to the files, Epstein was involved in discussions and simulations that mirrored the global pandemic response, sparking questions about his influence and the extent to which he may have been involved in shaping the public health strategies. Bill Gates, known for his philanthropic
Oh, the
work
philanthropist again.
in global health, is also mentioned in the files, with some linking his initiatives to Epstein's network. The revelation has raised concerns about the relationship between powerful individuals, their roles in global crisis, and the level of influence they wield in shaping the future of global health policy. So it says that the Epstein files revealed Bill Gates was planning pandemic simulations with Epstein back in 2015.
Right. Fast forward. Remember the comments that Fauci made? Remember the comments Bill Gates made? Remember the comment? Remember Event 201?
Yes.
Right. Planned simulated pandemic, and then it happened 6 months later, roughly around that time. frame right after the first, right after they impeached Trump for the second time, bajillionth time, right? All right, so there's Larry Loomer sticking up for Lutnick. That ain't going to age well, is it? That's from Shipwreck. Let me share this out for the Shipwreck's link right here for you guys. Y'all go follow her on X. Let me put this in the chat. Here's the, but this should come across the YouTube, but you can just go check her out on X, right? I think she does really good work. She's come a long way. I know that. We've all seen each other grow throughout this process. So here, Larry, let's see here. Don't forget this about her. She's disgusting, no morals. She shoots from the hip and hopes shit sticks. This is from Michael Flynn Jr. Don't forget, everybody, that the great Larry Loomer also suggested that Representative Thomas Massie was somehow responsible for his own wife's death. So that's what she says with an extreme grain of salt. If you believe she has any credibility left, I have a bridge to sell you, Michael Flynn Jr. says. And I got some oceanfront property in, is it Arizona? Yeah, in the middle of the desert. Not in California. So here we have maybe real Candace Owens can investigate the death of Thomas Massie's wife and let us know if he was involved in her death. True crime series. Why was Thomas Massie allegedly dating another woman at the time of his wife's death? See, they have blackmail on everybody. You see what I'm saying? They would know that, right? The intelligence, Mossad agents would know that. This is what they use it for. So this is a case only for the best internet detective, Candace Owens. All right. So if you're on the Laura Loomer bandwagon thing, keep in mind in the Jack Posobiec. All right. Halftime toilet paper USA.
Let me comment on something real quick. The word blackmail, we got to change that to white mail. There ain't no black people involved with this stuff. This is all it's a white mail.
So Laura Loomer is demonic, and so is Jack. Hey, Jack. It's all of them. Right. It's all of them. I'm going to spew it all out. The world is truly sick of these people. Spit them out. Revelations 3:16.
Yes. Epstein files also reveal that Jeffrey Epstein purchased 330 gallons of sulfuric acid.
Yep.
In 2018, the sulfuric acid dissolves bones and leaves no trace.
That was part of that. Weren't you talking about whatever was going on outside when he had somebody tied down in the grass?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's 330 gallons.
Apparently, Steve Bannon had the same thing.
Hmm.
Allegedly, according to Roger Stone. Clip. I don't know how legitimate that is, but that shots fired, right? Shit's going all over the place right now, man. It's just.
Pam Bondi says that if we prosecute everyone in the Epstein files, the whole system will collapse. So is what she's saying that if a massive amount of people participate in something illegal, there'll be no consequences? Because I feel like we should take this same ideology and apply it to our taxes since it's tax season. If everybody lies to the government and everybody scams the government, the whole system will collapse and there's absolutely nothing they can do. So these people are giving us the pathway to success. They're allowed to do whatever they want, and they're a small subset of people, probably less than 1%. The whole system collapses. Okay, good. Maybe that needs to happen. We're millions of people. So imagine if we do it. Like, these people are so stupid. And even her saying that, she's becoming high on the list of people I can't stand, but she sounds ignorant. So I'm saying we.
Right. Did you hear that?
I said that twice today.
Did you?
I did. 2 customers said it twice.
I mean, we are the economy. Think about it. They take our money. to uphold their shit. They sell us stuff. If we redirect our money into each other, that shit's a wrap. We're good. We're the one that makes it. The other one that takes it.
Oh,
Right.
here,
So, and the same thing with the government. We are the government. The people. All authority is inherent in the people. Power to the people. All political authority is power is inherent in the people, right? So that's coming from that's Santa Trump. What the F on X?
Pam Bondi releasing a statement that's extra stupid. Pam Bondi says that
Oh, the only thing that collapses is their shit, which probably would have an effect on everybody else too. But no, just why would it need to collapse because you just arrested the CEO or the owner of the business? Why would the business collapse? Wouldn't it still function? Wouldn't people still show up to work because they got bills to pay? I think so.
I want to play this one.
Right. So what's going to collapse is their control, maybe their power, their blackmail.
Let me send you
It's going to collapse that they have over these politicians and other worldwide, not just here.
Play this about what AOC just said.
So that's what collapse is.
I guess it'll collapse when we collapse it because we're the ones that are keeping it going.
That's it.
That's it.
The puppet stays on because of you, not you. Not this audience is not fools, but there are some fools in the world, right? They fool people all the time. I'm just tired of being the fool. There ain't no April Fools no more with me.
Play those last two.
The DHS warehouses going up across the country, they're leasing hundreds of millions of dollars worth of space.
We're seeing what ICE is doing. I think every American should be alarmed. They are building and have built a black box system that disappears people, both immigrants and U.S. citizens alike. So I think that where possible, this is also an area where we actually have.
Disappears people and play the next one too.
So this is AOC on DHS warehouses. I think every American should be alarmed. They are building and have built a black box system that disappears people, both immigrants and U.S. citizens alike. And I need you guys to go look up the Canary mission. And it talks about that and that it's not the immigrants they're going after, it's Americans.
Play the next one too.
Okay.
Hey, real quick, before it gets too far off, I wanted to just say this about the collapsing. So in about 32, 33 days, we got daylight savings coming. Now, if we don't all change our clocks, well, for the last time, let's just say, because we wanted to stay dark till 8:30, but yeah, if we didn't set our clocks, then I guess time wouldn't change, right?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So here's your Canary mission. But you need to be in tune with the fact that New Year's is when the sun returns back to the equator. Spring starts, spring forth new life. So right now we got about 50 days left. Is that about what you said on that?
But the daylight savings was 32, 33. Wasn't that funny how I brought that up and you went right into that when I brought that up? That's funny.
Yeah. So here's your Canary mission. They're making a list, checking it twice. They're going to find out who's not in support. All right. Netanyahu's coming to town. He'll see you if you're posting. Right. This is a real thing here, right? So let's put aside the political left-right thing. I know AOC made sugar, but just think about most of the right-wing MAGA, right? They won't even listen to AOC or even what she's got to say. You see what I'm saying? They tuned her out. However, she's dropping a bomb here, regardless.
The next one too.
Agency to fight back. We have power in that because a lot of these warehouses require approvals on the local, municipal, and state level. And so we have to be vigilant about this, deny those permits, If your community doesn't want this in your backyard, you can stop this. You can ask your mayors, your city council, your county commissioners to deny these permits and these contracts to let that happen.
Congresswoman, what do you make of the DHS warehouses going up across the country? They're releasing hundreds.
You had to play another hole in one?
Have been lying in their own feces, vomit, and urine without access to basic care in an overcrowded Baltimore detention center. The former employee at Baltimore's ICE detention facility is speaking out, having been fired after reporting severe overcrowding and inhumane conditions to their supervisor. They said that people were being held far beyond intended limits, crammed into cells, and some were lying in their own feces, vomit, or urine without access to showers, medical care, or basic hygiene. They compared the scene to pictures that they saw in elementary school of how they brought the slaves from Africa. Though the employees spoke with anonymity, fearing legal action from the government, assets have been shared with WSA 9, and one video has gone viral. The former employee also alleges that some detainees were put in a restraint chair that workers didn't know how to properly operate. They also said that women on their cycle were given diapers instead of sanitary products, but weren't given trash cans, so the rooms would supposedly fill up with the diapers. This is not the first time that people have raised concerns about the Baltimore ICE facility conditions. Representative April McLean Delaney, a Democrat from Maryland, toured the facility and called the conditions horrendous. A class action lawsuit was also filed against the facility in 2025. An ICE spokesperson has since denied the allegations of mistreatment and overcrowding and maintained that they are committed to the safety, health, and dignity of all individuals in custody. An ICE whistleblower claims detainees.
I don't know if you think those detention centers are pretty bad. You should see the prison systems and stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
The ACs and shit like that, the food, all kinds of shit.
Well, that
in
one
there.
I posted about the one they call Alcatraz in Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one has had very bad reports. It's like I posted it. I'll repost it. But it's really bad with how they treat those people in there. Which they're saying it violates the Eighth Amendment. No unusual punishment, right? It's bad. I mean, it was really bad. These people go crazy in there because they're so isolated, and it is horrible. So they're trying to get something changed with that one. I never even heard of it.
Right. So the Canary Mission is an anonymously run website created in 2014 that compiles and publishes profiles of students, professors, and organization it labels as anti-Israel or anti-Semitic, primarily on North American college campuses. What it does is it does doxing, blacklisting, employer outreach, and focus. The doxing, it posts personal information, social media activity, and political statements of individuals. Critics widely describe it as a doxing operation. They have blacklisting. This site has been compared to a political blacklist with tactics likened to McCarthyism. Employer outreach. Canary Mission may send these profiles to employers or institutions, potentially affecting careers, getting people fired and stuff like that. Kind of like Nazi, what they did in Nazi Germany. Focus, it targets people involved in pro-Palestinian activism and anti-Zionist movements of criticism of Israel. How supporters describe it? Supporters say the site documents individuals and groups that promote hatred of the USA, Israel, and Jews on campuses. Why it's controversial is because it's accusations of political intimidation. Critics argue it weaponizes accusations of anti-Semitism to silence dissent or activism related to Palestine. Government attention. Reports indicate U.S. agencies have used Canary Mission lists and investigations of students, protesters. Real-world consequences. Students have faced detention or deportation proceedings after appearing on the site. Funding concerns. Investigations have raised questions about whether donors may be acting as agents of a foreign power. In short, Canary Mission is a highly polarizing online blacklist. Supporters view it as a watchdog against anti-Semitism. Critics see it as a shadowy, politically motivated doxing operation aimed at suppressing pro-Palestinian activism and also anyone calling out Zionism movement, or anyone calling out, or anyone just addressing foreign trade or foreign policy or anything like that, and you don't agree with money being sent to Israel, you could fall under this. You could be called anti-Semitic because you don't like your money being sent to foreign nations. They call that. And if you accuse, like Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer, he said, Dershowitz, he said it's anti-Semitic to accuse Jeffrey Epstein of pedophilia. Think about that. So Canary Mission, here it is, the website. Canary Mission documents individuals and organizations that promote hatred of the USA, Israel, and Jews on North American college campuses and beyond. Canary Mission investigates hatred across all political spectrum. All right. Then we go, that's what they say they do. So they make a list. And then we go here, go to the home, we see what's on there. Hostile takeover, Mandani and the DSA's plan to capture America. I think we're already captured. Isn't this like misdirection? From, hey, look at that. It's Mandani, the mayor. The mayor of New York is going to capture America. Make it make sense. Right. So Canary Mission documents people and groups to promote the hatred of the U.S. I don't know why they put the USA in there. Here it is, the smear, whatever, the agenda leading Zorhan Mandani. All right. But the thing is, they're all on the same little team here. Here's their X page. Canary Mission. Tucker tries and fails to make Israel Jews. So they're just smearing like Tucker, smearing different people, whoever they don't align with. Students right here, when classrooms become ideological battlegrounds, education loses. Academic freedom requires professional boundaries. Right, so they don't like activism. They don't like people protesting that. All right. Yeah, so that's that. So that's something new you may have learned. Like canary in the coal mine. Remember when COVID hit? They were using the term canary in the coal mine, canary in the coal mines on the mainstream media. And they showed the little typewriters and all that. Because the world should know. Canary Mission. Hatred of Jews and is America's canary in the coal mine right here. See it? Let me put that across the screen. Can y'all see that? Yeah. Here, let me go to the right. Right here. Canary in the coal mine. All right. They even have a song called that, right? But that was the comms on across the mainstream media. They kept saying, canary in a coal mine is a canary in a coal mine. I think meaning somebody's talking. Canary in the Coal Mine by the Police.
Yeah. We played that a long time ago, several years ago, remember?
Yeah.
That's before YouTube gave us copyrights.
Isn't that the Police even the one that does the other song? I always feel like somebody's watching me or something, or the Police. Yeah, so that was the comms and COVID. Canary in the Coal Mine to come right here. Canary in the Coal Mine rising on the left and right. We expose anti-Semites and extremists endangering our freedom and democracy. I thought like freedom of speech was freedom, but apparently they don't like freedom of speech, but they want to say they're trying to protect or they're endangering our freedoms and democracy. I think silencing people is endangering our freedoms and democracy. If you want to say that, right? All right, so let's continue here. All right, so we covered that. So of course Trump will not dump Howard Lutnick. That's his eyes and ears for Netanyahu, his handler. Why do you think he's always standing over behind Trump everywhere he goes? You think that's normal for a Secretary of Commerce to be standing there the whole time? Y'all notice that? This is from Shadow of Bezra. The White House says it will stand with Howard Lutnick despite him taking his kids to Jeffrey Epstein's island. Despite taking his children to Jeffrey Epstein's pedophile island for a vacation, Secretary Lutnick remains a very important member of President Trump's team. Yeah, I bet.
Secretary Lutnick today was testifying on the Hill, and he said that he had visited Epstein's island in 2012 with his wife and children, and that's after he said that he had cut ties with Epstein. And Justice Department documents show that he was in contact with Epstein through 2018 over messages. So does the White House stand behind Secretary Lutnick right now, or given what he has said today, has there been any shift in how the White House is viewing Secretary Lutnick's performance?
No, Secretary Lutnick remains a very important member of President Trump's team, and the president fully supports the secretary.
Secretary Lutnick today was testifying on the.
That's what they call her, Propaganda Barbie now. I think that's her new name, Propaganda Barbie.
Yeah, I wanted to say something, but I couldn't.
Do you know what this is? I mean, I've heard the term, but what is it? What are these? Goyim, Goy? Do you know what this is? I mean, I've heard the term, but what does it mean? It's
I can't hear you or them.
Did we lose sound, or do you still got sound?
No, we couldn't hear you or them.
Check.
Can you hear me?
I can hear both of you. I can hear. Nobody can hear
You
me.
don't hear me? Bye. Chat.
No, sheepdog, we can't hear him. I'll type to him.
Can y'all hear me?
No.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't. Hang on, I'm trying to get Bud. Back off, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, are you good now?
Can y'all hear me?
All right.
Yeah, I wanted to say something real quick. We need to take the dumb out of free and just call it free because it's free dumb. So we need to just say free, huh?
All right, here we go. Are we there?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, sorry about that. Here we go.
I couldn't type fast enough on Telegram to get to you.
do you know what this is? I mean, I've heard the term, but what does it mean? It's I think it means slaves, right? Nation cattle. Yeah, it's a racial slur to everybody that's not Jewish. This is in these files, like,
and she's saying
everywhere. Not just her. Epstein's talking to the former prime minister of Israel. And what is that? What's going on? And then we see all these laws being passed here in the States for anti-Semitism. What about the rest of us? Why aren't we protecting the rest of us? I wanted to do DNA tests from what's that website, Jim? 23andMe.
Yeah.
And she only wanted to work with people that are 98% Jewish or more. And then, I don't know, she thinks they're smarter. She says they're smarter than all the rest of us.
She said that on it's on the email.
Yep.
Oh, that's just.
We'll put the email up right now so everybody can see it. I wish I had it. I'll show it to you after this. But in those emails, there's a lot of stuff. What are these?
All right, we'll see the email. Maybe it's too much. Lots of smart people are other nationalities. I was just thinking about the most outstanding people I
But
know.
in those emails, there's a lot of stuff.
Wait. Hold on. Well, let me get this over here. All right, I was just thinking about the most outstanding people I know, which is subjective. I found criteria to find smart people. The more Jews you are, the smarter you are. You said you're 98% Jew. You're very smart. My ex-boss is 78% Jew. He is super smart, less smart than you are. I have a clone friend, a close friend, business partner. Sorry about that. I'm so used to everything, reading shit like that. So I have a close friend, business partner who is 99.3% Jewish, and he's like so crazily smart. Like we talk all Jewish, we take all the Jewish people. Sourcing can be done through relatives. Ask them to do the 23andMe test. Do event for everyone who is 98%
I'll show it to you.
Jew. All of them. Okay. All right. Anyways, so goyim means slave, right? Cattle, chattel, right? So in the files, it talks about the goyim and how they talk about certain people other than their what they claim to be. But people are like, nah, you can keep all your Jewish blessings like communism, sodomy, pedophilia, gay marriage, transgenderism, pornography, usury, debt, slavery, Black Lives Matter, Antifa, endless wars, child trafficking, mass vax campaign, racial tension, open borders, feminism, endless wars, and white replacement. You can have it.
Yeah, there's a difference between Jew and Jewish.
Give me to the end of the.
Right.
All right. A war between the Jews and the non-Jews. Jews presently are winning. This is from Michael Wolff to Jeffrey Epstein. Wow, they even share memes and shit too to each other. Huh. That's Kissinger's quote. All right, so let's go.
So, Representative Thomas Massey, he's actually the representative of my district here in Kentucky, apparently received a flash drive with all of the files completely unredacted. And his words were, if this gets out completely unredacted, the entire system is coming down. He goes as far as to say, as every person is implicated, every person of power is implicated, and that it has been basically Jeffrey Epstein over the years blackmailing all of these top political figures and billionaires and getting them on a blackmail list. So yeah, I'm ready to watch it burn.
Yeah. Right. That was from King Arthur fan. Shared a video, but the TikTok is EOHDISATTBA1. Right. Here we got some more
I
stuff
wanted
to
to ask you,
hear.
have you had a chance to review any of the unredacted files over at the DOJ, the Epstein files?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, I just
And
came from there.
What can you tell us?
There's a bunch of sick fucks.
And I mean, anything more that we don't know? I feel like that's pretty well established.
I know. I think the part that is just so disgusting
Yeah.
is that so many people knew.
Did he have any ties to any intelligence agencies? We've established some in our reporting, but wanted to know based on the
I
file.
only had about a half hour, so I'm going to go back again tomorrow. So
Okay.
mostly today, I was just trying to go through a couple of documents that was particularly interested in finding out.
What were those?
One was related to whether or not Trump, had ever kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago, as he claimed.
What'd you
And
find?
That is not. It's not true.
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
It kind of like the Lutnick thing. He was so disgusted he just couldn't hang out with him no more. Right.
We should not be paying anything for our existence on this earth. Let that sink in. Let it scrape against everything that you've been taught. Because the most insane idea humanity ever normalized is that you owe money simply for being alive. You were born here without consent on a planet you did not create, under a sky that no government ever hung, breathing air that no corporation manufactured, and somehow you start life already in debt. That's not normal. That's not moral. That is not even sane. Explain to me how land became owned. Explain how water became a bill. Explain how shelter became rent, movement became a license, and rest became something you have to earn after selling most of your waking hours. They didn't just monetize labor. They monetized survival. And the moment survival has a price tag, freedom is gone. Because if you must comply to be allowed to live, that is not choice. That is coercion. Wearing a suit and calling itself civilization. And don't insult people by calling this just how the world works. That phrase is the psychological gag they stuff in your mouth before they tighten the leash. Miss enough payments and watch how fast the mask drops. They don't just take your house. They don't just shut off your utilities. They take your mobility. They take your dignity. They cage your body, all because you failed to keep up with the subscription fee for being alive. That's not order. That is a threat backed by force. Work itself is not the enemy. Contribution is natural. Humans have always built, always grown, always created, and always shared. What is evil is when contribution stops being voluntary and becomes a condition for survival. What is evil is when fear of hunger, homelessness, and medical neglect is used as the whip. And that fear is not accidental. It's engineered. It keeps you obedient, tired, and arguing with your neighbor instead of questioning the system that's draining you dry. No moral system, none, can justify charging human beings for access to the earth they were born on. If a system requires you to earn the right to exist, then that system is illegitimate at its core. And if hearing this makes you uncomfortable, good. That discomfort is the sound of a lie cracking. You're not lazy for questioning this. You're not crazy for feeling it's wrong. You're dangerous because you're starting to realize the truth. You were never meant to pay for your own existence.
And how do you get that through people's heads, right? I guess it's deprogramming.
Yeah, that's a God thing. The bill will have to be lifted on. That's out of our hands on that. All we can do is plant a seed, and right. But don't worry, got the alien invasion on the way, right? Here you go. You go check out Black Scout. So Trump's about to tell everybody about the aliens now. So you go check this out. I'll put it in the chat. If you're wondering what's coming next in the next few events, it could be Iran, it could be alien invasion. Lord knows, right? But just be prepared, right? Project Bluebeam. There you go, Mickey. Yep.
Could be a corporation invasion.
All right, y'all go subscribe over there at Black Scout Rifle. We'll play a second here of this.
Have authorized President Trump, that world leaders have authorized President Trump to announce aliens exist. I'm not even kidding. This is saying Trump UFO disclosure predicted to come in just days after mysterious insider tip, where they said that the rest of the world leaders has authorized Donald Trump to come forward with this news. Crazy. And then we have this. Trump greenlights UFO disclosure of secret bases hiding crashed ships in non-human bodies. Yeah, I'm going to play that clip in a minute. This was just a few days ago. Authorize. That word should already be setting off alarms in your head, because here's the first question no one is asking. Who the hell authorizes the U.S. president to tell Americans the truth? Think about that. That alone tells you this isn't about disclosure. It's about coordination. Now, if we stack the timeline, Epstein blowing up, man, they're trying to get a containment on that, okay? Transparency turning into a full redaction theater. Names protected, no investigation into these people, no accountability. Everyone suddenly saying, let's move on, guys. All right, cue it up.
Cue it up.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Aliens. Man, I thought it was going to come sooner. Remember, we were talking about that back in 2020, that'd come. That ain't random. They're going to use this as a pressure release valve. That's a magician slamming a smoke bomb on stage while he stuffs the evidence into his pockets. Now, the White House instructed the DOD to move forward with UFO disclosure. Not investigate, guys, okay? Let's be clear on this. This did not say investigate. This didn't say review. It says move forward. That means two things. One, the decision is already made. Secondly, it exists. It exists. We got member of Congress Burleson here on camera, openly admitting, yeah, we have things. I'm going to go see them. This is real. Check it out.
They legitimately are trying to make happen is a series of visits to some of these locations, right? Like I have obviously been given throughout this investigation.
So they exist. These locations exist where these things exist. First time hearing this.
Locations that where it's reported that that these materials or objects or craft exist, or the bodies.
That world leader Mountain says he has the speech ready. A speech. You don't draft a freaking disclosure speech unless you've already decided what you're going to say. You've already decided what you're not going to say. Listen to her.
What do you or the president know about UFOs? Can you share? I hear that the president has something in the queue to share with us about all of this. Now, truth be told, I'm trying to remember how long ago it was. It may have been right after he left office, after the first term. I remember Eric being like, all right, what can you tell us? And he was a little hesitant to give us any real info, which makes me think like he's got a lot of info out there and he's waiting for the right time to drop it. And maybe
waiting for the right time.
This is going to be the time, because
this is it.
I keep seeing all these stories about how he's got some like UFO speech that he's got queued up, and we all should just kind of sit back and wait. Now, here's the thing.
Sit back and wait, right? Right. So what makes Eric Trump's wife qualified to be on the mainstream media? What qualifications do they have? What qualifications does Kash Patel's girlfriend have making mainstream media rounds? Why are we listening to other people's girlfriends or wives or whatever, as if just because you married Eric Trump that makes you a Trump or something? I don't get it, right? Well, so there's something else going on with these girlfriends or whatever. It's like they're primed for the spot, right? Ready to rock and roll with the aliens.
That world leaders have authorized
long ago that
President
Trump was
that world
dancing to a music video at Mar-a-Lago, right? So that's Black Scout Rifle. Go give him a follow. We'll get his take right here on that.
Yeah, we got it, man. We got to wrap this file situation. Jeffrey Island boys killing us. But the thing is, man, this ain't Discovery. This is not Discovery language. This is You think she doesn't know? You think Trump didn't tell his son Eric, hey man, yeah, this is real stuff. Real stuff. You think he didn't? Come on. Now, let's be adults for 5 minutes. Governments do not disclose earth-shattering information because they suddenly grew a conscience. They don't. They don't. Think about it. They disclose when they're losing narrative control, when they need unifying external focus, or something worse is about to surface. That's the scary part. Maybe something worse is coming, ladies and gentlemen. History is extremely clear on this. Now ask yourself, why now? I mean, I really thought it would be bombing Iran. That's what I thought. Okay. But why not 10 years ago? Why not after decades of sightings? We had all these Senate committee hearings. Why not when pilots were first reporting these things? Why now, while Epstein is the back? I mean, it is the elephant in the room. It's in the public bloodstream, and people are connecting dots they're not supposed to be connecting. You ain't supposed to know what's going on in these elite circles, man. The sacrifices, the torture, the worshiping Baal. You're not supposed to know about any of that stuff. It's supposed to be secret. Oh, that you're Goyim, that you're second-class citizen. Because nothing resets public's attention faster than, hey, guys, you know what? You're not alone here. That is not conspiracy. That is psychology. And it's been used throughout the U.S. entire history. Now, again, let's talk about the elephant everyone's avoiding. Project Bluebeam. For years, that phrase alone would get your content throttled into oblivion, and today it will too, because you're going to see a little thing below this video, I'm sure. As soon as I upload this video, it's going to pop that up there. But this is the thing. Bluebeam doesn't require literal fake aliens. It requires perception management. It requires advanced projection, psychological priming, media coordination, and technology we already know exists. You don't need little green men. You don't need people to believe they're seeing something unprecedented. And before the Reddit experts and YouTube experts start hyperventilating, no, I'm not saying this is fake, and I'm not saying aliens aren't real. What I'm saying is that timing matters. This timing is as suspicious as hell. Let's zoom out even more. What happens the moment aliens become real to the public?
Guess what?
Think about it. What matters then? Are they just going to say, hey, guys, just let you know, the aliens do exist, man. Not a big deal. They've been running our country for centuries. Don't worry about it, man. They've been ruling the world for centuries. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, they could be purple.
No. You know what's not mattering? Borders.
It could be amongst
nations.
us right now.
Wars become petty. Resources become global. Defense becomes planetary. You don't get America first in a cosmic threat narrative.
You see that?
You get humanity first.
Right. You don't get
That ain't an
So
accident
that
either.
advances
Think about
what
9/11.
they're
The whole country
bringing
came
anyway.
together, man. Left, right, center, everybody.
You're going to freak everybody out. They got to have all
And what
this
system
stuff.
thrives in global coordination? Technocracy, systems, data
Yeah.
surveillance, AI, predictive modeling.
It's a good thing they already
Sound
had all that in
familiar?
place.
Now, ask the uncomfortable question. Who benefits if public suddenly accepts centralized authority, emergency powers, unified global governance, and temporary control measures? 2020, man, just 2 weeks, guys. Just go inside. Because history says once powers are granted during a crisis, they never fully go away. Never, not ever. So while everyone is arguing about whether aliens are real, nobody's asking why Epstein accountability vanished, why redactions increased, why investigations stalled, why the same people that are in the files are suddenly in the White House and untouchable. It's funny how that works.
Yeah.
That is how narratives die. Not with censorship, but with replacement. You don't.
Yeah, think about 9/11, right? The day before 9/11, 9/10, announcement, money was missing next day. That whole story got put to the back burner still today.
Disclosure is legitimate. And maybe this is the biggest moment in human history. But if you don't question who controls the reveal, you're not awake. You're being entertained.
All right. So that is
That world
show
leaders.
the channel. Go down right here. Black Scout Survival. Go give him a follow. He's got a new one out right now called. Let's see here. So Black Scout Survival.
You know, why don't they tell us something? Why don't they, okay, the word they, why don't they tell us something that we don't already know? We're way more divine than them.
Right?
We're way more divine than they are. They are scum. They do not even have souls, you know. It helps to be 8 years ahead of the curve, that's for sure. We knew about Bitcoin 8 years ago, right? We knew it was going to crash.
Yeah. They hide files in them in the Bitcoin. Right?
And a lot of other things, too.
A lot of other things, yes.
Oh, they do in the bits.
Yeah. That's why they have the keys. They can put files in there. Items.
Crypto.
Or send them to each other and open them.
Yeah, that too.
Wow.
Well, I know you got Mickey excited all about the purple aliens, so I hope that comes to fruition because I know she's over there. They probably could help her move like in 30
Right?
seconds.
Beamer right there.
Anti-gravity, send it over.
She won't have to get a pod. She might be in a pod to get there, but
We go from a podcast to a pod.
right.
You said buy Bitcoin though. I said buy Bitcoin.
Buy, not buy.
See how it
Not BU.
ain't that crazy?
I thought I said BitchCon.
Who's back, helping to solve the biggest mystery in crypto. Introducing Guess Who, Satoshi Edition. With so much interest around the elusive Satoshi Nakamoto, who could it be? Adam Back? Jack Dorsey? Hal Finney? Nick Szabo? Definitely not this piece of shit. Or the real Satoshi Nakamoto himself. Guess Who, Satoshi Edition. Coming soon.
If you knew who was really behind Bitcoin, you would run as fast as you fucking could to sell it. I know. 100%. If you knew who owned Bitcoin or who started Bitcoin, you had Bitcoin, you couldn't sleep at night. I know. 100%. And when the real founder of Bitcoin comes out, it is my humble opinion, and there's nothing humble about me, Bitcoin will go to fucking zero.
One day.
And a microsecond, whoop, like that.
Shit. All right. When someone says that's just a conspiracy theory, right? Kind of like that. Epstein files revealed that in 2018 he purchased 330 gallons of sulfuric acid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he bought it from Oprah.
Wow.
Oh, is that a true story?
Well, do I need a disclosure?
Yeah,
That
that's
was
what
just
I thought that earlier. Somebody said that.
entertainment purposes only.
Allegedly.
Right. Allegedly.
That's like Roger Stone. Can you read that? Can you read the screen?
Cheating.
I can read the screen.
What does it say? What did Roger Stone say right there?
What the hell? The same thing Steve Bannon used to involve his victims in the bathtub of home he rented in D.C. Huh. Yeah, I guess that's too far away from Oprah's pig farm.
Yeah, the pigs, they just throw the bodies out to the pigs and then, or do like that one lady did in Florida and feed her husband to the Tiger
Yeah.
King.
That was entertainment purposes only. You know that.
Oh.
Yes.
All right, guys. What else do we got, Miss Sheepdog? Anything before we close out? Anybody? Miss Nadine? Anything that we
No,
didn't touch on?
no. I've just been watching the series with the Mitford sisters. Have you guys heard of them?
Who?
The Mitford, Mitford sisters.
Oh, Mitford.
Yeah. They three of them were directly around with Hitler, and the the they it's really a crazy story. I put it on the chat wall, and the one of them married Oswald Mosley. So it's really interesting. I mean, I know it's not the whole truth, but what they're putting out, but to watch families be taken down by all of this, that was why I was watching it, was to see how the family thing happened. So it was six sisters. It's just I'll repost it on the chat wall so people can watch it, and I'm going to be getting a couple of the books. I went to the library today, and it's weird when you go into the library now, everything stands out to you. Like I kept walking up and down different aisles, and all of these books are coming out. Like it used to be.
Right.
Yeah, it's
For
really
your
strange.
awareness.
Yeah. Yeah, it was so strange. Every time I looked at something, it was like that obey They Live.
Yeah.
It was like that. I was like, I looked away and I looked back. I'm like, another one. Oh my I'm giggling to myself in the library.
Yep. This reality has a funny way of doing things like that.
Yeah,
But
it
most
does.
people, yeah, it does.
It does. My girlfriend's watching a series from 10 years ago because every time she watched something, I'll catch something and I'll go, hey, what year's that? She's like, why? I'm like, just never mind. What year is it? And then I'll get the name of it for you guys. But it's a 10 years ago series and it's about the aliens and people. And boy, oh boy, I catch some crazy stuff when I'm walking by. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Right. Just at the right moment, huh?
Yeah,
Like
it's
it
like
was
stuff
meant
you
for
would
you
have
to
never.
see it at that time. If you'd have went in there a
Yeah,
second later, you wouldn't even have caught it.
exactly. Just walking past the TV. I'm like, what the heck? Like, and she doesn't get it. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about her, but
Yeah.
most people just wouldn't get it. It's like, wow. It's like you just pick up on things, and it's really cool. It's like, man, 10 years ago, I would have never even caught on that. And now I'm watching it, going, geez, this is crazy. But like they were disclosing it then.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All of it's disclosure the whole time. Pretty much.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to be in the timeline I'm in. And then like all of us, we're all there. We pick up on things. It's pretty cool to be aware.
Yeah, there's another show you can watch called Doppelganger
Oh yeah, with Drew Barrymore.
with Drew Barrymore. Also, you have The Truman Show. They have the doppelgangers in there, which goes to Epstein's Venus Project, just dropped in 2026 files, and real conspiracy theories are going nuclear. So they have thousands of spirit children tied to Brazil's baby farm pipeline. Remember, that's where the Nazis went after the war, World War II. They went down to Brazil. They have endless facial match doppelgangers showing up across Erica Kirk's photos. The Richard Halliday Fort Bliss murder case, the 2019 Walmart shooting, and even the Charlie Kirk assassination. Doppelganger drama just got real because the cloning, seeding of humanity narrative is starting to look straight up undeniable in 2026. So this is from the DOJ's 2026 Epstein's dump referencing genetic projects, transhumanism, we covered that, and military adjacent contractors. Fort Bliss, Zorro Ranch.
Yeah, if you just want to know what happens next, just go ahead and catch a Simpson episode.
Right.
Only 10 people know what's going to happen in the world, and 3 of them aren't military. Well, guess what? They don't even know. It's the Simpsons know.
Right. They do have a scene of the Simpsons with the alien. They have an alien scene.
Yes, they do. I wonder if they had a. I wonder if they had an episode of people's pipes freezing and the whole house is freezing and the toilet
They
freezes
did.
up.
They
Are you
did.
serious? Oh my gosh! You could just watch that and know what's going on.
Well,
That's crazy.
the whole, like the whole town froze.
Oh yeah, that's right. So hey, check it out. So the Simpsons are the new Looking Glass.
Yes, I think so. Of course, it wasn't as bad as what they showed on Simpsons, but yeah, that movie, because they were talking about doppelgangers. What was above that? Did you read that?
So,
What it said about doppelgangers? It was above that video.
this video.
No, it was above what it said about the doppelgangers, and then I posted that
Oh
video.
no, go ahead.
Uh-huh.
Hold on one second.
I thought you had it.
I might be right. Okay, yeah, here it is. So yeah, let me pull this up real quick. Epstein's Venus Project just dropped. 2026 files. I read that. Um, and real conspiracy theories are going nuclear. Now add this: doppelganger drama just got real because the cloning, seeding humanity narrative is starting to look straight up undeniable in 2026. So we have Epstein's obsession with seeding humanity at Zorro Ranch. John of God's alleged thousands of spirit children tied to Brazil's baby farming, trafficking, pedophile trafficking pipeline Oprah was promoting. Right, so there's your Oprah. The endless facial match doppelgangers showing up across Erica Kirk photos. She is tied to Fort Huachuca, Huachuca, the Richard Halliday Fort Bliss whistleblower murder case, the El Paso 2019 Walmart shooting, and even the Charlie Kirk assassination combined with the DOJ's 2026 Epstein um, dump referencing genetic testing projects, transhumanism funding, and military adjacent contractors has the internet screaming, this isn't a coincidence, right? It's engineered. The puzzle pieces are slamming together like a controlled demolition. Cloned assets, mass breed siblings, or manufactured lookalikes allegedly deployed to protect the Mormon faction cartel Epstein John of God pipeline that silenced Richard Halliday for exposing trafficking on base and its ties to Walmart mass shootings. What is going on at the military bases on the borderland? You can't hear me?
I can't anymore.
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Can y'all? Okay.
Yeah, you're
So
good.
this is the pipeline that silenced Richard Halliday for exposing trafficking on base and its ties to the Walmart mass shooting. So what is going on? What's going on at the military bases on the borderland, right? And the creepiest part, if Epstein or John of God produced biological offspring through any alleged fertility trafficking or abuse networks, those individuals would realistically be in their late teens to mid 30s in 2026. So the exact age range of the doppelgangers suddenly appearing. There we go. That's all, folks.
Hey, one more thing about the Mitfords. The mother and father, Sydney and David Mitford, Mitford. They were supposed to be on the Titanic, and something suddenly came up, like Marcia would say. So suddenly something came up where they couldn't go on the Titanic. So there's something about these people.
What was their names?
Mitford, Mitford, Sydney and David.
All right. Anybody else got anything before we close out?
Yeah. Well, these, it's like the bully that got beat up, and now he's not the bully anymore because his tail's between his legs. Well, that's kind of what's happening now with these. I want to say, God, I hate to say the word white man, but it's the old white man, the old paradigm, the old thing. They're the
Yeah,
bullies.
rich
They're the
white men
bullies.
running the globe.
Yeah, they're just disgusting piece of crap, cobweb looking, old ass. I'm just so tired of them. I'm not even angry. It might sound like it. I'm just tired. And I know Miss Sheepdog said she was tired earlier, but Yeah, I just want to say that it's almost like the kid with his hand in the cookie jar and he didn't think he got caught. Well, they all got caught, and we all know, and they're being exposed, and it's just only a matter of time. I know maybe we have a little bit longer, but it's almost getting silly at this point to sit there and watch what they say and what they do because we know it's all lies and nobody gets in trouble for nothing, but they already got caught, and
Yeah.
so it's just it's just funny at this point to me. I mean. You know what I mean? You look at the
Yeah,
same street.
watching them do everything they can to distract and deflect and project and distract.
Yeah, it's like they have this nice, perfect house of cards set up, and Hunter Biden farted, and it's all over, man.
Well,
Wait, hold on, I got to do this. Wait, wrong one.
Well, look at the big, beautiful ballroom.
That's my laugh button. I finally got it. I finally got to play it. Yeah, I feel it's just because I'm relaxed tonight about the thing, and instead of some days I get upset, and I know we hear the same thing over and over, and it's a good thing we do. But I just feel just let it play out. I mean, I know they're still making all these other rules for you can get fined $1,000 if you put a cover on your license plate to reflect like the camera. They're coming out with all these new laws and stuff like that. But it's just whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I just kind of start laughing at these morons. It's so pathetic. This is our world, man. It's time to peacefully take it back.
That's right.
That's all. That's it.
Yeah, let's hope Palantir doesn't get involved with the game wardens, huh? And the fisheries.
They probably already too.
They'll be able to monitor every little thing you do out there while you're fishing.
Again? Dang.
You just assume you're being watched, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I hope. I mean, it's probably funner watching me than me watching them. At least they're pathetic. I'm fun.
Right.
I do my own stunts,
Right. All right, guys. Y'all have a great night.
Much love,
light.
everyone.
Love, light, knowledge. We'll see you on tomorrow. Same time, same bad channel tomorrow night. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Like Mickey said, please join us again tomorrow night, 7:30 Eastern. All right.
They smile on the podium, promise reform, but the stock trades are booming, a financial storm. Man with her papers, Epstein in the shade, conflicts of interest in the deals they made. Two-faced riches lying in their pockets, preach to the people but cash in the locket. Say one thing then flip the script, public trust sinking while their wallets get thin. Margins for my bets before the big shot, Pelosi's gains climb and connect the dots. They legislate loudly but whisper the banks, we're left with the fallout, the cashing in banks. Trump's hotels ringing cash registers loud, family deals hidden under the crowd. Luther and Bird with pandemic stock, selling off shares before the shock. Bondi gone as Epstein shade, justice for sale and the deals they made. Conflicts of interest, the anthem we shout, expose the corruption, let's call it out. Step right up, see the inside of show, politicians profit while the rest don't know. It's a circus of greed, a carnival crime. We'll laugh as we sing, but it's truth every time. Two-faced riches, hypocrisy reigns while we juggle the bills, they're buying new chains. Conflicts of interest, the anthem we shout, expose the corruption, let's call it out.